Hey guys, thanks for joining us for our fourth and final video. We're here once again on this lovely rainy day, talking very appropriately about sonnets. Braden's here with me, helping me out. So let's talk about what our undefined sonnets are. So an undefined sonnet is one that doesn't really fit into the Petrarchan or Dante's Variation or the Shakespearean or the Spenserian. These are ones that are very different. So let's take a look at what makes an undefined sonnet a sonnet. Still has all the features. The groupings are usually different, so that means it's not going to be an octave and a sestet. It could be a sestet and an octave. It might not be 3 quatrains and a rhyming couplet. So there's going to be some changes to that form and also some deviations from that rhyme scheme. So those are the major differences. A lot of times these are things that are sonnet simply because they have the problem, turn, and solution. So let's take a look at a Percy Shelley piece called Ozymandias. This is one of my all-time favorite sonnets. Now, it still has the problem, turn, solution, but it doesn't have that clear grouping that we saw in the Petrarchan sonnets. But this is more closely related to Petrarchan than it is to Shakespearean. So let's take a look at what he writes. I met a traveler from an antique land, who said, 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert, near them on the sand, half sunk the shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that a sculptor well those passions read, which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal these words appear, My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch away. So it's similar to the Petrarchan, as we see that we have our problem. But here's the thing: our problem carries down pretty close to the end, and we kind of have this quasi tercet at the end, where he just kind of has our solution here. But it's not clear and concise like we saw in the octave and the sestet that we saw in the Petrarchan. But it's still a sonnet nonetheless. Another poem that you should probably go and check out is by Walt Whitman. It's called O Me, O Life. It does not fit into the form. It does not have any of those conventions, but it does have that problem, turn, and solution, which are the most important parts of a sonnet. So there might be some other sonnet traditions that you would be interested in, and here are those. Now, these are sonnets in this traditional, in the sense that they're going to have 14 lines, they're going to have the problem, the turn, and the solution, but they're coming from different traditions, and since they come from different traditions, they're going to have some different expectations. But these are ones for you to check out. We have the Occitan sonnets, Urdu sonnets, Podate sonnets, Kurtal sonnets, Pushkin sonnets. And then, this is the coolest thing of all. Right now, there's a movement happening in the United States that's called New Formalism. And the really cool thing about it is it's an active literary movement now. And in fact, it's become so influential that it's actually spreading over to the United Kingdom, which is really interesting because normally those movements start in the UK and then come to the US. And it's pretty cool to see it going the other way. The neat thing about this is this is something that you can participate in. So what New Formalism is it takes those hallmarks of those sonnet forms, be they Petrarchan or Shakespearean, and applies new context to them. So it takes that old form and puts it in a new way, which is pretty cool. And this is a literary movement that you can take part in, and I hope you do. If you'd like to, dash out a couple sonnets and come find me. Let's talk about it. I'd love to see you get plugged into this. Thanks for watching all 4 videos. You're a trooper, especially if you've made it here. If you have any questions, come find me. But thanks for watching.